GBP USD. Alright, now we wanna analyze the chart for the next week. Before that, I wanna just refer to my last video, and since we had the trades, we were looking for the trade. Okay, if you refer back to my last video, we analyze the chart and we give a different option. For more information, you can refer to my last video. But when the price was exactly here, right? When the price was exactly here, we say I mean, when we had this correction, we say we are interested in the down move. Alright, even I highlighted that I'm interested to trade this one for one move down, and even I mentioned I won't sell, and here even the price will drop. I say one of the things I mentioned, I expect to get a deeper correction, or at least I expect the price to go high, that go up and break the top, then from there I get the correction field, then we look for sell. Anyway, I was highlighting based on the information and the whatever the strategy we had it, we were looking for sell. Now I want to see how we could trade this one. Alright, anyway, I was not expecting the price can move this high, but by the way, when we see this one, still based on the information we have it, still we were looking for sell. Alright, then when I see this move and I see the way after that I see the way the price correcting here and slow moving, then we could move to 15 or lower time frame. Why? Okay, because if we move to the lower time frame, we could see after a sharp move we get a small flag. Even there was a buy here, anyone could buy, right? But we were not interested in the buy, we were looking for the sell, because we were looking this one as a correction. What I was explaining in my last video, we are expecting the correction before sell, but I was not expecting this type. I was not expecting the price I get this sharp move up. Anyway, when we see this kind of the a move and the correction, as we can see here, after the sharp move we see the price is moving very slow. This is based on the experience we have it, and based on the information we can get it from the chart and from the MACD. Right, then I see the way its price is moving, and if we draw the trend line, and we see we have a divergence. That's why sometimes the MACD divergence can help us when I see this kind of the move based on the lower time frame. Alright, what we can expect here, break out the trend line and a small flag, we take the sell. Okay, why? Because since we have a sharp move, since also here we have a sharp move, that's why based on the daily chart I will explain why. Okay, then based on the information we get here, when we see the price drop and break the trend line, give a small flag based on the 15 minutes, then we take the sell. One of the reason, and the stop loss was above the stop in case we are wrong. Alright, if our trade was here, how much is our stop loss? Almost 31 pips. But how much it could drop? Almost 150, 5 times. That's why we are talking about the risk and reward. Our risk and reward was 1 to 5. That's why when we see this kind of the move, we take out the breakout because of the trade we could get. Okay, the second reason is this. Because when we see this move, the way was correcting, and based on the 15 minutes we had the divergence. Then when we look at the previous move, we see we have a sharp move down. Then we say, how about if the price sharp move without giving us any trade setup based on the 1 hour chart? As we can see here, if we wanted to trade based on the 1 hour chart, we don't have any trade setup. That's why trade setup we get from this was based on the 15-minute chart and the MACD. Okay, that's why we need to have all the times I highlighted, we need to have a strategy, the options, the possibility can be happen, and then also if we get the information from the MACD, it can help us. Alright, anyway, this is the way we trade for this one. Now we want to see how we can trade for next week. Okay, now we are based on the daily chart. Again, if you refer back to my last video, when we say the price move, we have a correction and one move up, then we say what we can expect here. How about if what we have here is repeated? Or how about if we get a correction, the price from here can go up? Anyway, we are not sure which one can happen. The only things we want to know, we want to see how this correction can develop and how we can trade within this correction. Then from there we can see which one we can get. In this case, I will move to 4-hour chart. Even in my last video we mentioned about the different possibility we had here. Okay, but now the only thing is, since we have these two sharp move, it make this correction to become quite complex. Alright, the only thing, so I can see here whether we can get one move up or not. But anyway, I'm not interested to next week to trade for this, because I need to give it a bit times how this chart can develop. I mean, how this correction and especially this part can develop, and then from there what kind of the information we can get. Currently we don't have any information, that's why we just let the chart next week, we see how the price can correct here. Okay, how about the 1-hour chart? Also based on the 1-hour chart, even we don't have any information. How about, I mean, we just leave it to correct more, and from there we get the more information, the confirmation, because right now we don't have anything. So how about if we get this small flag and we get the sell? I'm not interested. Okay, where you want to put the stop loss here is too high in terms of the risk and reward. Okay, but for those traders, they have this trade and they haven't taken out the trade. If next week they can, maybe they can move their stop loss to somewhere here. That means they somewhere around here or here, depends. At least they book this profit. In case, give a small flag and drop, and based on the daily chart just now highlighted, this is the, I mean, the, may I can move back. In case, I say in case this move is finished and we should expect this move, then they can keep their trade, but it depends on the traders how they want to manage it. Anyway, again, we don't have any trade setup, any information here. We just wait for the next week to see how the chart can develop here. Then from there, if we get any update, we share on YouTube. Thanks for watching.